Hey guys, today we're talking about Bulgarian split squats, and I'm going to show you how to do a few different variations of them with resistance bands. All you need for this is a 41-inch loop style band and also something to prop your foot up on. A Bulgarian split squat is going to be a heel elevated single-legged squat that focuses on the quad and the glutes, as well as, because it's a single-legged exercise, we're going to be getting a lot of balance and stability muscles involved across the core and your lower back. Okay, so let's get these Bulgarian split squats set up. You're going to grab your box or bench or whatever you're going to use to elevate your heel on your off leg, and I'm using a box with a pad on it just because that's more comfortable. You can use a box, a chair, bench, foam roller, whatever it is to get the most comfortable. Like, you should feel comfortable doing this without any pain in that back foot. And then the next thing is you want to get your height of your box set up properly. So when you're down here, you should be able to get down into the fully lowered position where your knee here is at a 90 or a little bit greater, and you should not feel a huge stretch in your quad. You should feel a decent amount of stretch, but not a ton where it's limiting your range of motion. It should feel somewhat comfortable. And then as for the position of this front foot, you want to make sure that when you're in your down position, that the angle of your shin lines up properly with the angle of your torso. They should match, they should be parallel. And also, you want to make sure that your knee isn't going too far beyond your toe. We want it to go a little bit beyond so we get some more engagement, but you don't want it to be too far beyond. And what you'll see is that this shin angle won't match your torso angle. So then, other than that, you can kind of fine tune that position of the front foot to get what feels comfortable for you, but that is the basics of the setup. So it's going to be a single-legged squat. You're going to have, maybe 8 to 12 inches of distance horizontally between your feet so that you can balance. And then you're just going to be able to do single-legged Bulgarian split squats just like this. All right, so let's add some bands into this exercise. So the first variation I'm going to show you is pretty easy. I have a clench foot plate here, which you don't need. So if you don't have a foot plate, all you have to do is step onto the band, hook it around kind of the arch of your foot, and then you're going to bring your back foot up into position. Make sure that you got your front foot versus back foot in the proper position so that the rep feels comfortable. And then all you got to do to add the band is wrap it up and around, and you're going to want it to be kind of riding on the bottom or on the front side of those shoulder delts so that it feels comfortable. And then we're just going to drop down and get back up. Same way we were doing them before, but now we have some added resistance. And one thing, if you're a shorter person, you may need to wrap it around your foot a time or two so that you can get resistance when you are in the fully downward position. Which leads me into the clench foot plate. So instead of having to wrap it around your foot, you can actually just wrap it through one of the channels of the clench foot plate, and that'll take up a bunch of slack. So now you'll notice that this band starts out a lot lower, and when I get it up into position, I'm getting more resistance, and it makes it easy to switch feet between reps. I don't have to wrap it around my foot and get it all situated. I just quickly switch to get more resistance. Furthermore, if you're a really short person or you need more resistance at the bottom, you can always up the band, but you can change the direction of the foot plate to go wide and wrap it along this wide channel on the bottom. And that's going to take up even more length and give you even more resistance on the bottom. That's what's so cool about this foot plate, is that it makes it very modular and adjustable for you, the individual. All right, so one bit of modification that you can do to target different muscle group with these split squats is you can change your position, whether it's more vertical or more bent over. And I'll show you what that means here in a second. So you get into your band, and when you're going down into your rep, if I stay really vertical with my chest and my spine being vertical, that is going to put more stress on the quad muscle because you're going to be stretching this quad more, and it's going to target the quad. Now, if you want to add more glute into this exercise, you can actually lean over slightly. And what that's doing is when I lean forward, this glute muscle is gonna be lengthening a little bit more. So when I drop down into the rep here, if I stay a little bit more nose over my toes, I get more of a stretch in my glute on the way down. So just that little bit of change. And obviously you don't want to get too hunched over because that's bad form for your back, but you can stay to the point where you're kind of, 20, 30 degree angle. And I'm really feeling this in my glute right now, to be honest. So vertical, more quad, with a slight forward lean, you're gonna get more glute. All right, so now that we've kind of gone over the standard way, the balanced way to add resistance, where we put it across our front delts and keep the resistance nice and balanced between the left and right side, I'm going to show you another way to add resistance that will basically increase the level of balance that is needed and engage those cross-body stabilization muscles to really put more stress on the balance portion of this exercise. So what you can do is basically load one side of this exercise. So I'm gonna demonstrate it with just a dumbbell first, because then you'll kind of understand what I'm talking about. So if I were to just have a dumbbell here, and I load up this exercise by grabbing a dumbbell only on one side, I've just added resistance to only this side. So now all my stabilizer muscles are fighting to keep me centered over this. Those cross body muscles have to stabilize me, and I also have to balance a lot more. And you can feel it, and it just throws in a whole nother component. I'm still working that quad, I'm still working that glute, but now I can feel it even more in my core. And we can simulate this. If you don't have dumbbells or kettlebells, you can actually take the foot plate with a 41-inch band, loop it through this center channel like this, making sure that it's not twisted up. And then all you have to do is loop one side through here, and now we have that same style of resistance, and we can shift it left or right to give us more of that off-camber resistance feeling. And then it's just a matter of getting it set up properly. I like to step in over the top, so then that band is right here. And now I have good tension at the bottom, still got a balance to get myself up, and this resistance band are gonna have a lot of resistance at the top and not a lot of resistance at the bottom. And I don't know, just feeling between the dumbbell and the band, there is a big difference in the stability. I think it has a lot to do with that vector that's pulling us to the floor versus gravity pulling us straight down. And as I increase my height here, we're getting a different pull on this band. So that is yet another way to make these split squats more challenging. All right, so there's a couple variations of how to make split squats work with bands for you. Please let me know in the comments which version that you preferred, and I encourage you to give these a try and see how they feel. And then if you have any questions, be sure to drop them down in the comments. There's a lot of variables in this exercise to get comfortable, and obviously it's an uncomfortable exercise because you're off balance and you have a lot of stress on a single leg. So it's gonna feel uncomfortable, but you wanna make sure that you get that form set up properly so that you are engaging the muscles and you are doing them correctly. So please drop any questions you have down in the comments. And as always, if you like what you see, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to keep seeing more stuff from us, and it also helps us to grow our channel. And if you need any equipment, head over to clenchfitness.com. We will link everything we used in the description here today, and you can just head right over to clenchfitness.com and pick up whatever you need to do these split squats. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.